Now we have the third group, which really experimented a real project because they have not only one leader but two leaders, so they have a higher difficulty in following that. Here we have the representative for Confindustria.
Yes, thanks. Good afternoon, everybody. Just a few words to introduce and thanks especially our dream team who has developed the project, and so thanks to Gabriel and Mona, the two industrial engineers, and Andres and Chong, the two computer engineers. Thanks to the Polytechnicos team, of course, and thanks to our co-partner, Ordine of Architects. This is an app to develop tourism in Como, starting from our incredible heritage in rationalism. This is our goal. We hope that you enjoy it, and good vision to everybody.
Thank you. Good afternoon to everybody. My name is Gabriel, and before starting our presentation, I would actually invite you to turn on your mobile phones in order to fully enjoy the final result of this project. Commercio is a mobile application that uses GPS system in order to guide tourists along a predefined route, including the most important samples of the rationalist architecture in the city of Como. It's an application developed for Android devices, which explores the rationalist architecture of the city of Como, offering information about the main buildings, the most important architects like Terani and Cattaneo, and also general information about the city of Como and how to reach it. All of these include using official data and professional pictures with an attractive interface, and both in Italian and English languages. The main idea of the project is to promote the tourism in the city of Como, exploring the unique rationalist identity and heritage of the city. In order to develop this project, we had two important partners that are Confindustria, here represented by Mr. Ampoldi, and also the Como Order of Architects, represented by the architect Monti and architect Molteni. As you can see in this slide, in order to develop this project, we've been through a variety of activities and performed many steps. The management team was mostly responsible for marketing activities like assessing customer needs, benchmarking, the development of the marketing plan, and also managerial activities like the design of the performance measurement system. Meanwhile, the programming team was responsible for the development of the software itself, starting with the requirement analysis and going through the application design, and finally implementing the selected material. It is worth mentioning also that among all of our constraints, the most limiting one was the time, which made us choose between Android and iOS platform. And this choice for Android was made based on our marketing plan, which showed an expressive growth rate of this platform in Europe during the last years. The marketing plan was one of the most important tools that we used in order to develop the project, and it helped us to better understand our customer needs and behavior and our competitive system. We've been through many steps to develop it, but in the end we were finally able to draw our SWOT analysis, which helped us to define the value proposition and the final outcome of the marketing plan, that is our marketing mix. Briefly describing our application design, we explored the power of Android platform and used the best available tools in order to design an application for Android 2.2 and above. And our internal data storage uses SQLite database, and we used open source technologies in order to create our map interface in which our customer interacts with the application. We could spend hours and hours talking about the application and its features, but actually I believe that the best way to do it is really demonstrating it to you. As you will be able to see, we used an emulator to record this video. And so you will see that we don't have a GPS in the emulator, so we inputted all the coordinates manually.
turn the music up, I got my records on. I shut the world outside until the lights come on. Maybe the streets are alive, maybe the trees are gone. I feel my heart start beating to my favorite song. And all the kids they dance, all the kids all laugh until morning feels another life. I turn the music up, I'm on the other side. The heaven is inside. I turn the music up, I got my records on. From underneath the rug, we'll sing a rebel song. Don't wanna see another generation drop. I'd rather be a comma than a full stop. Maybe I'm in the back, maybe I'm on my knees, maybe I'm in the gap between the two trapezes. But my heart is beating and my pulse is starting.
So, in order to monitor our product performance and take effective action in the future, it is essential to keep track of our indicators, and this is the reason why we designed a performance measurement system that helped us to translate our strategy into measurable indicators. More than talking about the KPIs itself, I'd like to talk about our critical success factors, which we identified during the project, that are the easiness to find and download the application, the partnerships developed in order to promote it, the quantity and quality of information provided to customers, the usability of the software, and of course the technical quality of it. Finally, as every good project, we end up with a few opportunities to be implemented in future initiatives in order to keep our products always updated and also to maximize our outcomes. So among all of our suggestions, I would like to mention the implementation of future events that basically consists on the promotion of sport events or cultural activities, hotels and restaurants, so that we could possibly open a revenue stream for the app in the future. The connection to social networks in order to increase our interactivity with customers and explore the power of word of mouth. The development of the same software for iOS platform so that we could increase our targeted market, and then the development of similar applications for other destinations. Finally, I would like to mention that this application is open source, which means that the code is available and everybody is free to use it and to redistribute it, and you're more than invited to join us and improve our product. So this is the end of our Scholar project, but it's just the beginning of this application. I'd like to thank you for your attention and to invite you to try Comoratio at play.google.com, where you'll find that logo. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I don't see Gianmarco. Yeah. Now we have a question for you from Gianmarco.
So first of all, congratulations for your application. I have just one question. I want to know better which factor you consider at the state of the art to develop an Android application and not an iOS one.
Thank you for your question. I have some extra. Can you go back to the presentation? No. Oh. Okay. As I mentioned before, our choice for Android platform instead of iOS is based on our marketing plan, according to which Android has much larger penetration in European market. And just a moment. As you can see in this graph, the market share of Android in Italy in July 2012 was of 55% against only 17% of iOS. And if you take the 5 biggest countries of Europe, the penetration of Android is of 65 against 16% of iOS. And if you take into consideration that most of the tourists that come to Italy are from Europe, 88% actually, so we are attacking a much a larger number of customers with Android instead of iOS.